unhappiness is what you're looking at right now. I try to move on week to week. Jennifer decided to be a week late. This game's a week over, but I will support Jennifer. Iowa did lose to USC. They blew a 21-7 lead. Hopefully I never see that again. But the next time you see USC play Iowa, Jennifer will be in an Iowa hockey jersey, even though we don't have a hockey team. Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you.
I think you have to wear it.
I have to wear my hoodie because I like it so much, though. I will put it on at some point, I promise. Hi, everybody.
Kyle
Yes.
Juszczyk is the Art Rooney Sportsmanship Man of the Nominee Award again. Can you just talk a little bit about the intangibles that he brings that make him so qualified for it?
Ooh. Well, besides just being a really, really good football player, especially if you guys have watched the last 2 weeks, I think Juice has put on some of his best football that I've ever played with him. It's been really impressive. He's a guy who's friends with everybody on the team. He's a very good motivator. I love that he's not always the nicest guy. Like, he doesn't need to pat you on the back and be a shoulder to cry on for every single person. Like, he knows how to motivate guys in the right way. And I really respect that about him. I will say Juice is one of the biggest trash talkers that I've been a part of in my 9-year career. So I love that he's up for sportsmanship, because I think there is a aspect of trash talking that's not offensive, that is good and sportsmanshipy. So I'm happy for him.
Does he use SAT words?
He has I think he talks to guys based off their level of intelligence.
Could you give an example?
Nope. No, I cannot.
Do you find it somewhat amusing the second he catches the ball, the whole stadium will bellow out his name?
It's fantastic, and it's deserving. I absolutely, when Juice gets the ball and the whole stadium lights up, even on the road too, that's my favorite time to hear it. It's on the road you just hear Juice. It just gets the whole team going, and it's just like an energy boost. Some would say he's the Juice Man. I don't know where that came from, but some would say.
What do you think about Jair Brown being the NFC Defensive Player of the Week?
Yeah, I think very much deserved. His 2 interceptions came at incredibly crucial times in the game. That one was on the 1-yard line and, just took points off the board for them. The other one was in our territory as well. So 2 huge plays. And, he's just getting a little bit better every single week. And so hopefully next week against the Browns, he has 3 interceptions. That'd be awesome. You can do it. I believe in you, Tig.
What's the challenge like going toe-to-toe with Myles Garrett?
His 14 sacks in 6 games. That'd be a challenge. He's like an alien out there. He's completely in his own rhythm right now. From the start of the game until the end. Teams are chipping him. They are chipping him with a tackle, and then have a running back helping the tackle. And he's still getting sacks. He's still finding ways to impact the game. He's an absolutely incredible football player. So when you go against the Browns, you have to definitely pay attention to him. But then with their coordinator, Jeff Schwartz, their whole scheme behind him with all the other players that are good on their team too, you can't just focus on him, because you have to focus on the other guys, because it is a really good defense. It's a sound defense. Looks like punt rush at times. And you just got to take advantage of the opportunities that they give you when they do come. But it's not very often, and you just got to kind of survive, stay on the field, and don't turn the ball over.
When a team implements a rookie QB like the Browns just did, have you noticed in years past when that happens to a team like you get a new spark, there is extra energy?
Not necessarily on offense. It is what it is. I don't know, we went to the Browns 2 years ago. I think they had their 3rd or 4th string quarterback playing, and he did pretty well. And so it's it doesn't really matter who's back there. I mean, yeah, if you're going against Stafford and Lamar, you got to definitely pay really good attention to it. But it's, it doesn't matter if it's a rookie, it doesn't matter if it's a 10-year guy. You just have to respect the guys and the athletes that they are, because NFL quarterbacks are NFL quarterbacks. They have the ability to make really good plays. That's why they're in the NFL. So hopefully we give him a bunch of looks that are confusing, and don't let him be comfortable, because he was the first rookie QB to win for the Browns in the last 30 years, right? Something like that? Yeah, in their first start, which, I mean, that's a hell of a thing in itself. And I think they're going to have, a whole bunch of, energy and swag about them. They're going to have feeling great going into this week, especially because it's a bad weather game, allegedly. I'm praying for 75 and sunny, but, we'll see what happens. But, I mean, I think they're all going to have Shedur's back, and they're going to encourage him to go out there and just play his type of game. And, hopefully we don't let that happen.
Do a couple more for George.
Weather games?
Say again?
I said you don't enjoy a cold weather game?
I would love snow 34 degrees and raining is about as bad as it possibly gets. But hey, it's football, so it is what it is.
You'd rather snow than rain.
Oh yes, I would much rather just be cold than wet.
Before the game, Thanksgiving, go-to food, and what are your plans?
Go-to food. I'm Thanksgiving. I'm a pretty big dessert guy. I love apple pie. I love rhubarb pie. I love pecan pie. Pumpkin solid, but I like the other three way more. Like blueberry. Give me a good blueberry pie. Ooh, that's so good. It's so nice. But yeah, I'm more of a dessert guy on Thanksgiving. Everything else is I just cover everything in gravy and eat it.
All right, thanks, George.
Thanks, guys.
We asked you about Buffalo.
That was when I was young. I was like 7. Yeah. Played at Regis. We played against Creek. Old AYL Super Bowl was fun.
So do you hope that it's right now it's between rain and snow on Sunday. Do you hope it's the latter?
I think whatever it is, you just got to be ready to roll.
The sleeves, no sleeves? What's your preference?
No sleeves. Yeah, never sleeves.
Christian, Roger Craig and Frank Gore both advanced in their respective Hall of Fame processes. What's it like to be a part of the lineage of running backs here, and what are your relationships with those guys?
It means a lot. Those guys have left such an unbelievable legacy behind, and a guy like Roger, who I think is a pioneer of this league and a staple of the 49ers franchise, super well deserving. Then you look at Frank and the level that he played at and the longevity that he did it is unbelievably impressive. So I think both guys are extremely deserving.
What kind of impact have they had on you since you've gotten here?
A huge impact. I watched those guys. I've seen highlights of Roger growing up, and then I watched Frank my whole life, and then, got a chance to even practice, against him when he was in Buffalo for a little bit and pick his brain a little bit, and it was just, now just seeing him on the practice field in the locker room every once in a while, being able to chop it up with him has been an honor.
Roger seemed to get a little emotional when he said hi to you before the game. Had you met him before, talked to him before, interactions?
Yeah, I met him just in passing, nothing more than that. But, like I said, he's somebody that, is an iconic, when I think of an iconic football player, I think of him, with, he has the big eyes, he's always looking and with the high knees too. And, meeting him in person, especially before a game, gives you a little bit of juice.
What are kind of the hallmarks and challenges of the Jim Schwartz defense?
Well, they got great personnel, and a great scheme, and guys fly to the ball well. They play hard, play together. So, like every week, we got to go out there and execute.
Does Schlesinger at all stand out to you when you watch the film of them?
Yeah, definitely. I think this is a defense where at any point all 11 guys can stand out, and I think that's what makes them good. They're tough to go against, and like I said, it's going to be on us to have to go out there and execute.
Christian Juszczyk is the nominee for the Artwork Sportsmanship Man of the Year award. It's in the second time he's been nominated consecutively. What are the intangibles about him that make him a good candidate?
He's a great sportsman. Great sportsman. No, Juice is the best, man. I mean, he's deserving of a lot of awards, but he's the ultimate teammate, the ultimate pro, and somebody that is represents this organization, represents what it means to be a professional football player in the NFL better than anybody I know.
George said he's also quite a trash talker.
Yeah, that's why I was like, he's the sportsmanship award. I don't know what that means, but no, I'm kidding. But he definitely deserves it. Whatever it is, he deserves it.
Hey, your foundation is going to be involved in something at Oracle Park December 9th. How important is it to give back to the kids in the community here?
It's huge, man. I think, again, being an NFL player and having a platform, I think it's our job and our duty to give back and, to help out kids who, are going through stuff that is brutal for anyone, let alone kids in, elementary school, middle school, high school, whatever it may be, and just to bring a little bit of light into their life and do it in Logan Hale's name is a big deal. The stuff we do with the military is extremely important to me, and when you can make a positive impact on somebody's life who's gone through a lot, it always feels good, and I think it's part of the reason why we have a duty to do that.
Christian, you're leading the league in rushing attempts, but you're also leading the league in receptions. I mean, I think it's never been done before. Would that mean a lot to you to lead the league in both categories by the end of the year?
Man, I really want to win. That's all I care about. I think there's not a statistic that matters after week 13. It's it's a long year. We got a lot of ball left, and that's the kind of stuff that it's always. I don't think it's relevant right now. It's all about just preparing for this week and going out there and doing whatever it takes to win.
Actually, I have a very specific style, which I think is why people recognize it, is I hit people with just like straight logic. Like, it's not just like, you're trash, you're whatever. Like, I usually hit them with like, hey, our whole game plan was to go against you because you're the weakest player on your team. And like, I've literally had people like years down the line be like, yo, I remember what you said to me. And I'll be like, I just made that up. But I feel like that really hits people in the core.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's better than cursing him out.
No question, because who cares? You get cursed out. Like, I get cursed out in every game, like whatever, that bounces off of me. But you hit them with something like that, I feel like they start thinking about it.
Slight fun one for you. What meal are you looking forward to eating on Thanksgiving?
You know what? We've already celebrated Thanksgiving at my house, so we took care of it. But my wife's family, they have a family recipe of pineapple stuffing. Sounds crazy, but it's absolutely delicious.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving
Pie? This week it was this year's classic pumpkin. Little whipped cream.
Did you do the Team's Giving again at your house?
No, not this year. We had the whole Juszczyk family in town, and I've got lots of nieces and nephews and all that, so we had a full house.
You'll be involved in trying to slow down Myles Garrett. What about him makes him so good?
He's good at everything, and he's large, and he's fast, and he's nimble, and he's slippery. Obviously one of the best players in the NFL, so that'll be a tall task, but one I'm excited for.
Do you have a ticket count on how many?
I took care of my immediate family, so I think we were at like 10 to 12 or something like that. But there'll be a lot of people.
Have you lost any sleep over Myles Garrett this week?
Not yet, but I'm sure I will. No, I lied. Yeah, I have.
What is it that makes him so good?
Everything. He can do everything. He's one of the best to ever play it. And he has no weaknesses.
When you guys were there 2 years ago, things were chippy in pregame. Does that kind of put you guys on alert, knowing that you're going into a hostile environment? What are you expecting out of them?
I haven't even thought about that once till you said that. It's going to be, going into Cleveland is always a pretty hostile environment. The fans show up, they're loud, unruly, and obviously you're going against a historically good player, so it's always going to heighten everything. But I'm not really concerned about that part.
Are you a big film guy where you'll study Myles a lot? You focus a lot on your side, or just...
Yeah, it's about 85% my side, but 15%.
When you were there in 2023, you had your ankle taken on a play, so you weren't at full strength. So did you have a good gauge on how you fared against him?
Yeah. We still got a lot of film to go over. We still had, quite a few one-on-one matchups, so it's a lot of good film to study.
Anyone you've taken on this year that comes close to his level?
To his level, I wouldn't say anybody's playing up to his level right now, but similar attributes where they can, big athletic guys, they can do pretty much everything. I would say Josh Allen from Jacksonville, and both of the guys in Texans, on the Texans are really, really good. So, not saying that they're Myles Garrett level, but it's similar style attributes,
With Thanksgiving, favorite food and plans for tomorrow?
My plans, favorite food, I would say probably the fried turkey, but my plans are going to consist of trying to break down this film and, get ready for this weekend.
Last one here.
I wouldn't say that, because when you watch the film, you don't see much difference between the last few years. He's looked the exact same way. He wins about 95% of his reps. He's always on top of the quarterback. I wish. No, that's not the case. He's been like this for a long time. and it don't look like he's coming anywhere close to slowing down.
Thanks,
All
Trent.
right, thanks, Trent.